without sex. When I'm not having regular sex, I don't feel like I'm living in a body. My family has never been demonstrative. Although I live at home, we rarely touch. I frequently think to myself, like two ships passing in the night, except we can see each other perfectly thanks to the incandescent light. We rarely touch, and when we do, it is with the light but firm pat we give the dog. At work, we don't touch each other, and I am happy for it. Once my coworker, whom I like very much, jokingly punched my shoulder, and I felt so violated I could barely talk to him for the rest of the day. With some friends, I am the physical one, demanding hello, goodbye hugs, and answering the question, how are you, on an overly material plane, headaches, knee pain, etc. With others, I am as physical as a telephone pole, expressing affection only through loosely strung wires of language. To fuck is to say fuck you to language and all other non-carnal modes of communication, including the word. Fucking is to talking as stripping naked and jumping in the freezing water is to rowing across a lake in a suit you're trying to keep dry. Bad sex reveals you're in that rowboat, and now you can't leave it, even though you want only to be in the water below. Good sex confirms you are living your whole life in this body with skin as penetrable as a ripe pear, and you must thank God every day you manage to transport it safely from one space to another. Sex as a woman is like being that pear, cut open, eaten. It's the little death you get to die without dying. When I'm having regular sex, I know I'm a fucking animal. Without sex, I pay about as much attention to my body as I would to a sterling silver candlestick. Who cares if it tarnishes? It's only a candlestick. Living in the city amplifies the body as object I own effect. I am currently in the country. I just walked down to the kitchen to make myself a cup of tea. As the water sat in the metal container over the gas flame, I stepped out into the yard. The cool wind blew against the bare skin of my calves and ruffled my long skirt against my legs. The brick beneath my bare feet had the rough smoothness of my legs a few hours after shaving. In that briefest of moments, I was aware of my body in a way I can't be in the city, which requires more or less full-body coverage as I shuttle myself between one closed-windowed, air-conditioned, or heated room to another with the velocity of a bullet. Monks, nuns, and other highly religious people don't have sex because the goal of most modern religion is to bring us closer to God, i.e. farther from the animals standing hoof deep in Earth's mud. Religion wants to bring us closer to the sky, but grass is always greener. I want to know when and why we civilized people decided God, by definition and capitalization, our superior, is bodiless, thus separate, not matter, but air, because I, for one, would like God to be the bacteria lining all 22 feet of my small intestine. Then when someone said, God be with you, I could respond, yes, thank you, he is, and hard at work extracting nutrients to keep me healthy. And we could depict him as an adorable anthropomorphic microbe instead of a tall, blue-eyed white guy on a throne. But if God were the liver or something symbolic like the heart, I'd still be satisfied. The point is, if I knew everyone else was walking around with a piece of God, I'd be nicer to everyone else, and everyone would be nicer to me, and fucking would no longer be this impure, sinful act, but something that brought you closer to God, would be hidden in other people as he would be in you. As you can see, I'm not having regular sex right now, and it has turned me into quite the philosopher, which makes me think perhaps the monks and nuns are onto something. Celibacy 1, sex 0.